Hi. If you've ever dreamt of home ownership, you're in the right place today. My name is Angela Hornberg, realtor with Keller Williams Realty at the Hornberg Real Estate Group. I've been in business for over 14 years, and my business partners and I sell over 130 homes each year. Sounds like a lot of houses, and yet when you love what you do, doesn't ever feel like working. And so today, my hope for you is to have enough information to take action to make homeownership a reality for you. We often hear this question: what's the first step to getting on the path to homeownership? And really the first step is to secure financing and find out what that looks like for you. In order to do that, you want to contact a lender, go ahead and make a mortgage application, and once the lender receives that information, they'll get in touch with you to fill in any missing pieces that you didn't know, and then go over what programs would work best for you. Once you decide which program works best for you, then you'll be able to nail down what price point and monthly payment you feel really good about. Now, once you're feeling good about the financial part of it, the next step is going to be to hire an agent to work for you. What a lot of consumers don't realize is that the person that has a home listed for sale represents the seller. Many buyers mistakenly believe that if they work with a listing agent, they're going to get a better deal. And the truth is, the sellers have already agreed to pay 6% no matter who represents the buyer. So of course, some listing agents love that, because instead of making 3%, they end up making 6%, and you didn't get any better advice. So it would be wise to have your own representation. According to the Texas Real Estate Commission, it's important to make sure you work with an agent or broker that you believe will best meet your needs. Talk to a trusted neighbor, family member, or friend to get a recommendation. Be sure to interview any persons you may be interested in hiring and ask them questions before hiring them. One aspect I do want to point out is there's a difference between a realtor and a sales associate. And so a sales associate is licensed with the state of Texas to sell real estate. They simply went to school and received a license. They did not do any other special education, or they are not held to any additional ethics outside of what the state of Texas requires of them. Now, a realtor, which some people mistakenly believe that everyone is someone that has done additional training. They're held to an additional code of ethics that some believe is a higher code of ethics. And so what that means to you is you'll likely receive a little bit different representation when it comes to knowledge base and the way that the transaction is treated. The other difference between a realtor and a sales associate is that a realtor has access to the multiple listing service, which is the database that real estate professionals use to market homes. And so the sales associate does not have access to that kind of database. So the difference would be the availability of houses you'd be able to see. And another difference would be that they would act a little differently in regards to some situations that come up when you're buying or selling a home. According to the National Association of Realtors, when representing a buyer, seller, landlord, tenant, or other client as an agent, realtors pledge themselves to protect and promote the interests of their client as a fiduciary duty, which makes a big difference. An example of that would be if you were willing to pay $10,000 more for a house, a realtor is bound to keep that confidential. They would not be able to go to the listing agent and say, hey, if you guys want a counter offer, I know I can get my people up. That's not in the best interest of a buyer. So there's a difference there when you're hiring someone to work for you. Once you decide on who you want to represent you, the next part is the most fun part for most people, which is finding the house. So you can find houses a myriad of ways. You can find them for sale by owner, driving around and seeing signs in the yard. You can search on apps, the internet. If you hire a realtor to work for you, they're likely sending you listings from the multiple listing service. Once you identify houses you want to see, then the next step is to go see them. You want to schedule showings. Once you find a house that you've seen and you really like, then the next step will be making an offer. When you hire a great agent, they're going to work through all of the details with you on that. And then once you make your offer, you'll ultimately move forward to purchase the home. It really is as simple as that. So the first thing you're going to do is secure your financing, hire an agent, and find your house. If you'd like to get more information about the simple process of making home ownership a reality for you, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My business partner and I would love to sit down with you, go over what the market's looking like right now and how we can best serve your needs.